The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host are for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
Do not get mad.
Nope.
Do not get upset.
Don't.
Do not get offended.
Uh-uh.
Do not pass go.
Cry baby.
Do not collect $200. Instead, pay us, and then we'll shut up.
Yeah. Get ready to get antsy. What's going on, podcast? Early Bird and Ninja. Yo, this is Ninja.
And this is Early Bird the Night Wolf. It's a Gemini thing. I don't expect you to understand it.
Yep, you already know.
And this is What's Going On podcast.
Yes, so it is. The one and only, I think. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. We haven't got any complaints about it, so we'll find out soon enough when we start popping. But today we have a special guest today. Our first guest, very important guest, is my son AJ. How you doing, AJ?
What's going on, AJ?
What's up? Okay, so today AJ is our special guest, and Earl will be talking about Power World,
Our world.
the game that is lighting the internet ablaze.
The game that Nintendo didn't care about until it became successful.
Yeah, that is so true, bro. Like, if this would have been a game that flew under the radar and sold no copies, but people were just playing it for fun, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have batted an eye.
Nope.
But this thing went to sell close to 11 million copies on PC, and that's not including Xbox Game Pass stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Nintendo ninjas are already out there waiting to assassinate the people who created Power World, which I forgot the name of the studio. I think it's Crypto something. I don't know. Check that out. But
let me see.
But yeah, so today we have AJ here with us because I haven't had a chance to really indulge in Power World. I've heard about it for the last year. I've been looking out for it. I didn't know it released because I guess I was so busy with the podcasting and that stuff that it released a couple weeks ago. But my son, Mr. AJ, this week. Okay. Yeah, see, we've been so busy with the podcast, it literally flew under the radar for me, which obviously I was dead wrong because everybody else is on it. So I wanted to get to the next best thing is my son right here. He's been playing it for a couple of days, right, Punky?
Yes.
Okay, and we want your professional gaming, Mr. PC gaming experience about the game. I want you to speak loud and clear so the audience can hear you. What do you think, since you play Pokemon with me and we always play Pokemon and you know Pokemon well, what do you think of Power World?
Power World is a weird game, but really fun. It's very weird.
Okay, so do you like the game? Is it fun?
Yeah.
What makes it fun? Is it like Pokemon or is it
like Pokemon, but instead of like the Pokemon just doing stuff, you can make them slaves.
Oh, okay. So you can make your Pokemon into. I did hear this. I did hear you can make your Pokemon go farm and I think build stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can if you can compare it like to the Pokemons like Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, which one do you think, is it better than Pokemon, or do you feel like Pokemon could have did better like this game?
Pokemon probably can do better than it, but for now it's gonna have to go with Power World.
Really? So you like Power, and why do you like Power better?
Because Because you can shoot people.
Pokemon with 8Ks, mother. All right, so your Pokemon can carry guns?
Yes, by
I
having
keep saying Pokemon. I know I'm probably going to get fucked up for this, but
pow. Just say pow.
your pals can carry guns and shoot other Pokemon or other pals with it?
Yep, but I don't have the yep. They can have turrets. They can have bitty guns. They can have I don't know.
And how okay, so the Pokemon part, the pals are cool, right?
Yes.
Do you like the animation and the graphics, everything? How does that part of the game feel?
The animation is a little laggy, but the graphics it's pretty good.
Do you like it better than Pokemon? Like the
Yeah.
graphics?
Well, the
Yeah.
graphics, yeah, a little
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. And that's what I figured because I was telling Earl yesterday, Pokemon just looked old, right? And then the characters, like even though the Pokemon look good, like the levels look terrible, bro. And I feel like Power World is the exception that they can make a good game. You know what I'm saying? Or make it at least look good.
I, I've been playing Power World myself for a little bit. I'm in like I have to get used to this type of game because like you have to build and survive, and
Right.
I'm not used to those type of games, and there it doesn't really have a tutorial in the beginning
Yeah,
of
I
the game.
heard. I heard about that.
No, it
So
doesn't really.
I
It
mean
just
I'm
tells
doing the
you
best I
what
can
to
to
do.
figure it out, but I, even though there's no tutorial, even though it is a bit tricky to for me to figure out. I do see the potential of the game, and I think once I get going, once I get rolling, I think that game will like be like really really fun. And I'm
Yeah.
just waiting to get to that part.
And that's what I was thinking too because I from the videos I watch and the people who talk about it, it just seems like there's there's a thing where people are taking in this game because it looks really good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like it looks fun. Your Pokemon got guns, um, and you can make them farm for you, and you don't have to do everything yourself. And then on top of that is the plus is multiplayer, so you
yeah.
can get in there with your people and farm out, your land. You know what I'm saying?
But see, in my opinion, not only is it that, but I think like the main ingredient for the success of the game, I think people been starving for a Pokemon game on other
Yeah,
consoles,
yeah,
and what that goes back to the other part we did, video games exclusive. Now, if Pokemon was on every other console, I don't think it this game would be as um, popular as it is now.
mm,
But it's like you got so many. Excuse me. You got a bunch of Xbox players. You got a bunch of PC players. You got a bunch of PlayStation players that don't have no access to the Pokemon game. So now this
right,
is like the closest thing ever. Well, I don't say ever because you got Tim,
yeah,
but this right here is this is what people want, I guess. So because
yeah,
like it's the second most streamed game on right behind PUBG right now.
yeah. And like I said, Jaden Adams been playing it for a little bit, and
Hmm.
he seems to like it. I mean, it's a grinder game for sure. Like you really got to grind this game out. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking they made it like that so people can have longevity in the game. It's not like you can blow through it. Like Pokemon and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I'm almost certain it's that because it's so popular because it's that. Like you said, exclusivity to Pokemon just being on Nintendo. And there's people out there that are not going that probably like Pokemon, but are not going to
Hmm.
buy a Switch just for the fact that they don't want one.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
you got to remember, a lot of the Pokemon players are coming off Game Boys. They don't want to buy a Switch. You know what I mean? So now with no Game Boys in sight, and Switch being the main handheld console game,
Mhm.
and then Pokemon only being a Nintendo game, a lot of people are just not giving up their Xboxes or their time on their Xbox or their PlayStations or whatever when they could go out on PC and play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
So,
know, as they're investigating to see if there's any type of copyright infringement Nintendo is.
oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
The Nintendo ninjas are out there.
I will say, man, the character, like the pals, they're very cool looking. They like they don't look dorky. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I feel like they did like a really good job of creating the monsters. Like they look really cool.
yeah. And I was just about to ask Adam, like, how many pals you have already, or do you just get them, or do they give them to you, or do you gotta find them first?
You have to find them, and then you have to like get your I forgot what Poke.
What are they like? Poke fake these? Well, what are the Pokeballs called? Are they called Poke like?
I forgot honestly. I
Uh,
They call it like a pal ball, pal
oh,
gold,
of course, of
pal
course.
spear,
And see,
pal thing.
I think that's the problem. Nintendo. I think that's the problem that the game is having is that while it could be a good game, I think they're just the way their characters are kind of set up and everything is set up. I think if anything is remotely attached to Pokemon, like
Mhm.
if that ball has any kind of shape or anything that's remotely close to that Pokemon ball, they're gonna go after them. You know, they're talking about it. They're talking about it. Me like most of the pals are AI generated, and that in order for it to generate these animals, they will have to put, like for instance, if they were like a Charizard, they would have to put Charizard type of, you know,
Mhm.
Pokemon, and then it would generate something similar to it, but not exactly. So
Well, I mean,
they're trying to figure that out. They now if they can see that they use AI to generate these pals,
mhm.
then they have a case because then they're using their codes, you know, to make these things.
Well, even if they didn't use the AI, I think it's a Pokemon inspired game. Like
Yeah,
it's like Pokemon is the standard. It's a monster
right.
catcher. So anybody that does a monster catcher is going to be compared to Pokemon. Like even Digimon. You know what I'm saying? Like you compare
Yeah,
Digimon to Pokemon. So
and Digimon
I
was a
don't.
total ripoff.
Digimon.
Oh, you don't know about Digimon, kid? That was way before your time.
But I must say I liked Digimon. I think the Digidestin was amazing. I like the Digimon.
Yeah, but I never got into Digimon because I was so, I ain't gonna lie, I was biased when I saw it was such a copy. But I ain't a front, like the Digimon characters were a lot more aggressive looking too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like for instance, Digimon was Pokemon expired, right?
Hmm.
But their characters look more original than these characters on Power World.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So if these, like for instance, you could, if I scroll back, you can, if I could recognize characters in Pokemon in this game, then it's not that original. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, we all know what these guys are. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that. I mean, you know what these Pokemon are based on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like it's a no brainer. Like especially like the monkey ones and Lucario, the looking one, and like they're easily based off Pokemon. That's for sure. But they're so closely based off of them. Like it's not hard to tell that if these were not AI driven,
Hmm.
then these guys were definitely looking at, you know, a picture of Bulbasaur and like, okay, we're gonna do this and then just look like this one. That looked like Bulbasaur just with leaves on his back instead of vines. And like, you can't tell me, oh my God, dude, let me pause it right here. You can't, because it's just it's so crazy. This shit driving me insane.
I ain't gonna lie, the other one did look like Lucario, but
Like, where is it? Right here, dude.
Yeah,
An
Lucario.
Egyptian. That is an Egyptian Lucario, bro.
Mm.
Like straight out of a mummy's coffin. Like, look at him, bro. And then he's in a ninja pose. What kills me even more is that it's totally cultured wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's supposed to be Egyptian or ninja or he's just there. But Adam, when you saw that, you knew what it looked like already.
Yeah.
Did you thought to yourself, Lucario? Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Like you could see your favorite Pokemon in these Power Pal Pals or whatever you want to call them, Pal Puppies. I don't know what the fuck they are, but
Well,
House.
I don't know if I could judge them too harshly because you want okay. It's a monster catcher game, right? That's
right,
that's what that's what Pokemon is
Mm-hmm.
considered. So you don't want to call it a Pokemon game. You want to call it a monster catcher
Oh, that's a copy. I know that.
right.
game. So
I have
you
Eevee copy.
is it what do you say?
No, what you say, Adam?
Eevee copy I saw.
Yeah, exactly. You can just tell. But what you saying, Earl?
I mean, but I think any type of monster catcher is going to be compared to Pokemon. So
Yeah,
I really don't see what route you can take. So even if the creatures didn't look the way that they look, it would still be Pokemon with guns.
yeah, definitely Pokemon with guns.
Okay,
That's
so
for
let's
sure.
let's let's say they had a grizzly bear and it looked exactly like a grizzly bear. It wasn't cute and all of this. It just looks like a grizzly bear. Got scars on his face, blood on his chin or whatever. It's still you will still compare it to Pokemon because it's a monster catcher,
Yeah,
and because Pokemon is the standard, that's what people see.
and like I said, I don't think it's the part where it's a monster catching game. I think that we know. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That we know for sure. We know it's a monster catching game.
Hmm.
I don't think that's the problem. I
Hmm.
think the problem is that how closely they look like the Pokemon we know and love. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the issue. Now, am I mad at Power World? Hell no. I think it's a great idea to ride that wave while it's hot. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
the issue I think everybody's having is that it's too close. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I don't know. Let's. It's like you taking a Street Fighter character and you making like is that Ryu? But you just made him instead of white. His his gi is pink, and he like
I feel you. I feel you.
and then you end up making Dan. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's that close. You know what I'm saying? But
But
I'm
okay,
not mad. I'm not mad at it. I think it's good.
okay, okay.
I think it. You know what I think it's gonna do? I think it's gonna make Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and Game Freak not only freak out, but I think it's gonna make them rethink their next time they release some bullshit that looks like trash again. When they can easily go get these guys and let them help make a great Pokemon game, dude. There's no reason why your game should not look like this.
Mhm.
If these guys did it with like 6 people or something, it took them years to get this game to look this good, and I have to wait 10 years for a mediocre Pokemon game. Like, you
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I, I don't know, man. I will always root for the up and coming because I feel like these big corporations, these big companies, or the people in first place, they get comfortable and they just give you the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And then here comes the competition. It's like this thing exploded, man, because this is what what people been wanting. I mean,
Yeah,
and I don't think this is the first time. I don't think this is like I'm pretty sure Nintendo and Game Freak have been getting fan letters or whatever. This is what we want. But because Pokemon, Pokemon on Nintendo, they got this formula. You're going to get A, B, C, and D, right? So, but this right here gave you A, B, C, D, and E, F, G,
Yeah,
and it might,
yeah,
and then if you look at the roadmap, you got H, I, J, K coming. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
exactly. And I haven't played it, so
and I feel like, and this is my stance. The only reason why Power World is getting pushed back is because it's successful. And it's what
mm,
everybody's talking about. And not only
yeah,
are they talking about it, but I think that guy who modded those characters to put Ash Ketchum in it,
yeah. Oh God, don't even
yeah,
talk about that,
yeah, I think
bro.
that really
I
stung.
watched his. I watched the video, and apparently, if you remotely put a picture of that thing on the internet, Nintendo's after you. I was gonna pull that video up, but I didn't want to play it and then get striked with it, or they make us take the video down. But we could talk about it. But yeah, the guy's from Australia. I forgot his name. I was
What?
watching it. I was actually talking. I'm not talking. I was watching my one of my favorite YouTubers is RGT85. I love him. He's cool. He does Nintendo stuff. Shout out to him if he ever sees this. You're the man. But he was talking about it, and the Nintendo ninjas are out there, bro. Like like you said, the game blew up. Nobody saw this coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And now that it's getting notoriety, Nintendo is on high alert right now, and now they're gonna pick this game apart. The best part is somebody in Nintendo got to buy it and play it. That's that you know. That's
But
if that.
it's free on if you got Xbox. Man, so.
Oh yeah, but that's another thing. Like they literally have to take this game, buy it, or buy it. You know, like not saying that they. I'm pretty sure they have these things on deck. It's just to me, mentally, it's funny because somebody in Nintendo has to go and like disrespect the brand by playing. Like to me, if I work at Nintendo, I feel like I have to be loyal to Nintendo and never touch a Xbox. Like that's just me. But I'm pretty sure these guys play games. They have to because they have to figure out what's hot and what's going on. But somebody in Nintendo has to sit down and get yelled at to play Power World and figure out if this shit is ours or not.
Yeah.
Somebody got to go through the coding and figure out they're gonna dissect Power World like a frog in science. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. I just think it's funny because it's the one game that everybody was kind of waiting for, but nobody saw it coming at the same time. You
I
know
ain't
what I'm
gonna lie,
saying?
I was waiting for it.
I
I didn't
know.
think
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't
Like
think it was gonna be this
I
crazy.
think Punky, we watched the trailer like what, like almost 6 months ago, right?
Hmm.
I think we were still living in Georgia when we saw the Power World trailer, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and then we talked about it, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna play it, and then like you ain't hearing nothing else for a while after that, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it was like, oh, Power World got released, and boom, like it just took off. It's like out of here, and it's a small studio because it took them so long. So all the money they made off that, they probably made more money individually than most people did at Game Freak because it's a bigger company, a bigger studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Mm.
mean, like I
Make you wonder,
said,
man.
it really does. Like, how long you play the game, Adam? Couple hours yesterday,
Probably, yeah, I think so.
and like you still grinding the game out, right? Like you still playing it. Still a lot to do. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
I'm trying to
When we
finish
played
it.
Pokemon, we were blowing through that game, bro. Like we played it for like an hour and we were halfway through. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't hard at all. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing to it. Like this Power World is actually giving people.
It's
We don't even know how many pals are in there. Like I'm
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of them, but like nobody's even like I haven't heard anybody say, oh, there's like 300. Like we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's so new. There's no backstory. Like we don't know anything about this game. We just know that it's out and it's fun and it's a grinder and
Bro,
it's obviously it's big.
this game is such a mystery that you wake up on the like you wake up on the beach. Like there's no story, no
That
nothing. You wake up on the beach, and here go find some sticks and some stones and make a pick and fight this little creature here. And I don't know, man, but it is fun though.
well, I'll probably get into it when I get some time. But just to kind of maybe we should do an online set where we play and record so we could upload it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I have to. I gotta give it a try. I'll probably play with the kid on the weekend on the Xbox
So
and see what it's about.
so Adam, is it your favorite game right now?
Family for now.
Okay.
Probably for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing. Did you play it today? Did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I just wanted to just go over this Power World. I know. Nintendo is watching them from the hills, like
From the shadows.
from the shadow, just waiting for them to
Waiting, man.
say some shit about Pokemon. But I mean, for all we know, this could just be a scare tactic, and Nintendo leaves them alone, and Power World gets to grow into something
Popular.
maybe more original. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the fact I feel like I don't think they have a good case because if what you're saying is I think what Nintendo's trying to say is this is Pokemon, like this is our content. But I feel like what they're really saying is nobody can make a monster catcher game but us.
yeah,
I feel like that.
no, well, that's
I feel like that's what they're saying. But if you really
yeah,
look at the game, it's like it's a the things you have to do in this game is not Pokemon at all. Like it's
yeah,
totally different. So
yeah.
I don't see how strong their argument could be.
I think the only thing they got on them is just the character design. I think the actual different gameplay it is, and like I said, I just think of the character design. I think for the game being as serious as it is, it's really the characters are really goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like they just look like cartoon animals, but the person looks like a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look like, you know how Ash looks like a cartoon and he matches the Pokemon. They'd all look cartoony.
Hmm.
Like the Power Pals look like Pokemon, but the person looks like a real person. So it's almost like he doesn't even fit in with the characters, like the pals or whatever the hell they called. So it's almost like it makes you wonder, like, yeah, these characters are designed by Pokemon or based off Pokemon, but we just threw this, this human element that doesn't look cartoony. He just looks like a PUBG character that you just dress, you know what I'm saying, or customize. But like I said, I haven't played the game, so I don't want to judge it on that. But I ain't gonna front though. I congratulate the Power World Studio people because they made a name for themselves, and now they're gonna put pressure on Game Freak to make an actually good looking game.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure after this, Nintendo's looking at them like, "Yo, bro, we got to do better."
And
Like they sold 11 million copies in 5 days or whatever, a week, bro. Like Pokemon sells quick, but imagine if Pokemon did this, they will sell triple.
yeah,
Like if Pokemon dropped a trailer that looked like Power World and it was Pokemon, bro, come on, dude, that's a no brainer. No brainer. They're like Pokemon, like they would have sold so many. Like everybody would have had it. I mean, just hands down, bro. That would have been that.
yeah. But I mean, I hope they don't get shut down because competition is
Yeah,
always good.
yeah. Listen, if I was Nintendo and if they're listening, or I'm pretty sure they're not, but if somebody stumbled upon this one day, scoop that studio up, bro. Like, it's,
Like
I mean,
buy them and
buy
shut it
it.
down.
I mean,
Or
that's what
whatever.
buy the studio up and let them develop the next Pokemon game and tell Game Freak to take a back seat so they can learn how to make a good game. That's it.
Yeah.
But so I guess we could wrap that up.
But before we go, I would like to know, uh, to our viewers, please comment on what you think should happen with Power. Like do you think it's a good game? Do you think it's too much like Pokemon, or do you think it's different?
Yeah. Mm.
What should Nintendo do? Like, should they reach out to them and give them a job and help them with the next Pokemon game, or should they buy them out because they're the competition? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah. And AJ, what we got to say for that?
Say for what?
Yeah, exactly. So don't forget to let us know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We need those subs. We're trying to get notoriety around here, trying to come up in the YouTube world. So check us out. And that'll be that. And my name is Ninja.
This is Early Bird and Night Wolf. Peace.
And that's AJ over there, guest co-host. Everybody, peace out.
Peace.
It's me. It's me, bro.
Well, so we say all that to say this. Yep, wrapping it up.